Hello, readers. Today we are going to be meeting another one of our reading friends. So I have 3 clues for you. See if you can guess which animal we're going to meet next. Are you ready? Okay. This animal lives in the rainforest. This animal sleeps sitting up in a tree. And this animal can hang from its tail. Can you guess what kind of animal we're meeting next? Did you say a monkey? Well, today we're meeting Chunky Monkey. And his name helps us to remember the strategy he's going to teach us about. So Chunky the monkey wants to teach us that when we're reading and we come to a word we don't know, we can ask ourselves, is there a part of the word that I know? Or is there a chunk of the word that I know? And when readers look for a chunk or a part that they know, lots of times that can help us to figure out a bigger word that we're stuck on in our story. So his poster looks like this. And Chunky the monkey says, when you're reading and you get stuck, to look for a word or a word ending, so that's a little chunk, that we know inside of that bigger word that we're stuck on. Okay, there's a couple words here on his poster that we're going to look at closely. So let's practice using Chunky the monkey. I'm going to show you a word, and I want you to ask yourself, is there a chunk or a part of that word that I know? So look closely at this word. Do you see a chunk or a part that you know? What if I cover up that beginning letter? What do we have? At. Yes, one of our sight words this year. If we put this in front of that chunk at, we make the word cat. So looking for part of the word that we know helps us to figure out the whole word. Let's look at one more together. Take a peek at this word. Do you see a chunk or a part that you know? If I cover up the beginning of the word, we have this ending that we've been talking a lot about in kindergarten. This is the ing ending. Those 3 letters, when you put them together, they say ing. So if we put ing at the end of the word read, we are making the word reading. So when you're reading and you get to a word you don't know, we now have a new strategy we can try. We can look at that word and we can ask ourselves, is there part of the word that we know? Or is there an ending that we know in that word? And when you figure out part of the word, that can help you to read a bigger word. So today, I have a story with our characters Daisy and Jack. And today, we're going to read The Big Bone. And as I'm reading, if I get stuck on a word today, I'm going to remember our new reading friend, Chunky Monkey. And I'm going to ask myself, is there a part of that word that I know? And I'm going to see if I figure out part of that word, if it helps me to read a bigger word. The Big Bone. Here is Jack. Jack is little. Here is Daisy. Daisy is little too. Jack, look, said Daisy. Here is a, check the picture, bone. Oh, I wonder what they're going to do with that bone. What do you think? Jack? I'm not sure what that word is. I'm going to use Chunky the monkey. Look closely at that word. How could Chunky Monkey help us? Do you see a chunk or a part that you know? What if we cover up these letters at the end? What do you see? Oh, I see the chunk look. And then at the end, I see another chunk. I see that ED ending. If we put that ED ending at the end of look, we get the word looked. Let's try that in our story. Can you help me? Jack looked at the bone. Wow, said Jack. It is a big bone. I like bones, said Daisy. We can eat the bone. Jack, there's that word again. What chunk do you see that's going to help us to figure out that word? Oh, look. Now let's put on the ending. Looked. And looked at the bone. The bone is too big, said Jack. It is too big to eat. Oh no, said Daisy. The bone is not too big for you and me. Not too big when they share. So readers, today and every day, when you're reading at home, you now have a new strategy that you can try. When you're reading and you come to a word you don't know, you can try using Chunky Monkey. See if you can find a chunk or a part of the word that you know, and see if that helps you to figure out what the word is. Like today, when we were reading, we used that chunk of look to help us read the word looked. So I hope that as you're reading, you'll remember this new strategy and you'll give it a try at home.